So tell us, what is your definition of a DJ?
The definition of a DJ is a disc jockey who plays records. Obviously, you know, there's different variables to that, but that's what the name really means. And he is supposed to always entertain, because that's his job. You know, look at the crowd. Don't play for yourself. Don't be a jerk. You have to play for the people. Make the people dance. Get out of your box and look at the crowd and make the people dance. You know, sometimes you can educate, play some stuff people don't know, you know, but make sure that it works within the context of a party. But also play familiar stuff that people do know, and make sure their hands are in the air at some point and they're singing and they're having a good time.
We are well known to produce hip hop, underground hip hop that we all love, you know, and house music. How do you live with that? Because you are one with Kenny and guys like from this school. How do you manage this every day? I mean, you can be booked in a hip hop party in New York or somewhere else. Today you can be booked for the Motown party, Stevie Wonder stuff, and you can be booked for tonight. To the 5B where I can play house, disco, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, the way my vision of music comes from a very broad place. Like, it's a very big world in my brain. And, you know, I came into the music business doing hip hop because that was just, I guess for me at that time, it was kind of the natural thing. I was in a hip hop group called the Jig Masters. We put the group together in 1990, 91, and we were making demos for like 6 years, and then by 96 we started the label. So I was doing hip hop records, started the underground hip hop label, but as a DJ, I've always loved house. I've always loved club music. I've always loved R&B, soul, jazz, everything.
But tell us why house?
But why? Because when house music was born, and it became popular in the 80s, you know, 86, 87, 88. It was sort of like the new disco. It was the new disco, and it was like if you were a DJ, you had to play it. From that period, I guess house music has always been with me. Come on.
What is your vision of the music scene today? I mean, the clubbing scene. I mean, when you are traveling, when you go in many clubs around the world, what is at the end, when you go back home, what do you think about this?
Well, I think in general, it feels like, especially outside of America, that people are more receptive to good music, just of all kinds, you know, not just one thing. But also, it feels like the times are changing. Like, the scene is getting younger. with the whole internet age that we're in now, people experience music or learn about new music in a different way from when we used to, you know. And we're not even that old, but you know, the average 21, 22-year-old probably has never bought a record in their life. And
yes, they have an hard drive now.
They have iPods, they have computers, they download their music. People don't even feel the need to go to big clubs anymore to interact with other people. They could just sit at home and click all day and get the music, as opposed to going to the club, meeting people, hearing the music as an experience with other people.
Projects coming soon?
Well, I'm trying to get this Wonder Wax thing a little bit more frequent with releases. I have about 3 records right now lined up. One of them is a Tommy Bones Raw Basics EP, which is going back to, you know, tracky kind of stuff. Not techie, but more tracky. Yeah, that's tracky. You know, I have some ideas that I want to do. I want to try to switch it up a little bit, because a lot of people know my sound for the vocal, keyboard, synth, solo thing in the vamp, the outro, build it up. But I want to do something different. I want to try to like go in different directions. My dream is to maybe do something for Sound Signature one day, you know, work with Carl Craig or do some techno, do everything, you know, just mix it all up.
What do you do at home when you're not busy with the music? I mean, what do you do when you don't make music? I mean, what is your hobbies or your passion except the music? Do you have something?
Not really. Music is something that consumes most of my time. I don't even spend as much time with music that I want to, because it's mostly work, but I wish I had more time to actually listen to my records, like listen to my music and enjoy it.
It takes time to listen to a full album, or it takes...
just sit down and play a record that I bought 2 years ago. That's something that I never do. I never had to have it. Even new music, you know. I may get something like an email of some promo, and I put it in my iTunes and skim through it. You know, maybe if there's a track on there I could play, I put it in my Serato. But I don't get to really enjoy music. I just don't have time, you know. Most of my extra time is spent trying to relax, maybe watch a little TV, maybe watch a movie. My main last word would be, there's some DJs, there's some people that love house music that don't like hip hop. Or there's some DJs that love hip hop that don't like house. Or there's some DJs that, you know, maybe play like disco and don't like house. Or, you know, whatever. Like, I think good music is good music no matter what. And if you're gonna get into DJing or get into producing, listen to everything.